Okay, we're back to 4K, 50 or 60 frames a second. Ah, these stupid Arrow helmets, when you pull them apart, it's impossible to get them back to that comfort level. Oh, I'm starting off with a whinge. Sorry, guys. Okay, welcome to whatever this is. This is two-wheeled action. It's a Sunday. It's a nice, like breezy, almost autumn-ish day. So it's really sunny. It's very cool. So it suits me down to a T. I probably won't upload this today, but there we go. There's the weather report. I know some people love the weather report. So look, not a cloud in the sky. It is awesome. And I always get looks off mothers when I when I'm rocking around on this thing. They're like, I wish I didn't have any kids. I wish I wasn't married. I wish I was on the back of that bike having fun. Look, there's the petrol. It's a petrol price. I just put Supreme in because you know that's the kind of guy I am. 98.9 cost me $16 and change because it was actually on the empty thing. Anyway, let's go. Enough of this waffle. I don't know. I don't understand why people do cold starts unless you've got like a Sony A7 with a professional setup mic. What's the point? Oh, look at this. Mazdas don't like me. I'm pretty sure. Remember a couple of weeks ago that old lady in the Mazda tried to she was honking a horn and coming into my lane and having all kinds of drama. I don't really care. Do your own thing, lady. Just don't run me the fuck over. Oops. I've already dropped an F-bomb. That was within the first 3 or 4 minutes. Anyway. I didn't show you what I'm riding. I'm riding your mum. Or your dad, whichever way you want to swing. Let's be cautious. Pink number plate with all the numbers blurred out. Sorry, you've got no blinker. If you don't have a blinker on, I can do whatever I want. Those are the rules. So look at, all these YouTubers doing rollers in DFW. Oh, I think there's one of my mates. Is it? The Caddy Crew. Let's see if he's got an awning on it. He's up, turning left ahead. I thought he was still down in Camden, emptying out his $1 million stash. He's trying to sell me an old, that's not him. He was trying to sell me an old MG, like a 1968 convertible. But it's been fully restored, which would be awesome to own. I mean, it's not the same feeling as riding a motorbike, but still. Look at me being polite, letting people in, riding at the speed limit. Did I tell you about my TikTok dramas? Was I right along with my blinker on? I had like 17 community code violations, which equates to what was it? Dangerous behaviours. I don't know. Everything in life is dangerous as far as I'm concerned. You know, you could walk out your front door and fall down your steps and break your neck. So, community guidelines be damned. So I've decided TikTok can kick rocks for a couple of months if I ever go back at all. I mean, I really like the TikTok community because there's a more interaction with everyone. I'm pretty sure a lot of them came over to my YouTube channel after I put up this post, you know, that I'm sick of being, you know, you spend all this time uploading videos for them to be taken down within 5 to 15 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just riding a motorbike. I'm not planning the destruction of the end of the world or anything. Anyway, oh, it's turned into a whinge. Okay, hopefully you guys can pick this up enough. It probably does. It clips a bit because you guys don't realise my Insta360 RS1 automatically levels everything out, no matter what it is. You know, like, so the exhaust is so loud that it has to make my voice a bit louder. So that's why it sounds a bit fuzzy. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about today was group ride etiquette. So I think that the most important thing, the thing that causes accidents is people who think they're in a race. You know, when you roll out, whatever position you're in the speed train, you should keep that position unless somebody waves you through or you can safely overtake on the right-hand side if you're in Australia, on the left-hand side if you're American. So if you think you're going to start slowing down, you always move to the slower part of the road. That way people don't run up the back of you. And doing wheelies, stoppies, rolling burnouts, you really have to check with the rest of the group and you have to tell them that you're going to be doing that. Otherwise you could scare somebody. Or not scare them, but just, you know, make them have an accident because they're too busy looking at you or they're wondering what's going on. I mean, it's always fun watching people do wheelies, rolling burnouts and stoppies, but imagine if somebody did a stoppie in front of you and you didn't realise and they're suddenly hard on the brakes and all of a sudden you're up the back of them and you've got a back tyre in the front of your helmet, because that's usually where the back tyre will be. It'll be in the air. So anyway, that was a bit of waffle right there. Too much waffle actually, but the point of what I was making is if you're in a speed train, you're not racing, you're just following the people in front. You know, if you think the person in front is too fast for you, ride your own ride, just wave people through, because you don't want the speed train to be, you know, split up because maybe you're not as fast as the guy in front of you. It doesn't matter. You got to get over your ego. If you end up riding with a group of riders that are much faster than you, and you end up at the back of the speed train and you get dropped, just consider it a learning process. Theoretically, the person on the back should be the slowest. So, although that's not necessarily the case, if I'm riding in a speed group, in a speed train, the people that I don't know, I always tack onto the back anyway, which sometimes is quite frustrating because I don't know the people. I just have to follow them, and if the person on the back is generally the slowest, it's kind of a bit of a frustrating ride sometimes. That's happened to me a few times. I've got footage of it, and I'm just like, I don't upload it because it's just, all it is me just getting frustrated, you know, swearing and saying, can you go a bit faster, please, sir? Not in those words. But because it's not my speed train, I can't barrel through the speed train because that's how you make enemies. Although I was on a speed train with a whole bunch of really expensive bikes one time, and I was on my Ninja, and they're on these Ducatis and Aprilias and BMWs and everything. And they actually got the poops with me, you know, because I was on a Ninja 250, but they couldn't drop me. So, yeah. In fact, the person who I was following accused me of trying to run them off the road. And she got this, one of the big guys from the speed train. I heard her say it, and I got it all on camera, and I've still got the clip of it. She she whispered to that guy, I don't know why I'm holding on to this, because it's just negative shit from people who have big egos. What I'm trying to say is, don't have an ego when you're riding. There's, we're not, I'm not Valentino Rossi or Jack Miller. We're just, this is our hobby. We should be out here enjoying it, enjoying riding with other riders. And in saying that, that's why I often ride by myself, because I just don't need the grief. There's only a few riders that I like to ride with. You've probably seen him on the channel already. I just topped up my fuel, so I always reset my odometer. From the old days when motorcycles didn't have fuel tanks. I mean, like, not fuel moron. They didn't have fuel gauges. Anyway, for those of you who are here for my sparkling personality and my cutting wit, this is probably about the end of this clip that I'm going to do. Hello. So I'm actually going to go for a putter along a twisty little road that everyone knows, that you've probably seen before, but you know, I'm just cruising along until somebody comes along who wants to play, and then we're going to be playing motorcycle. There's a Harley. Harleys never wave at you because they're not riding real motorcycles. Harley Davidsons are a bit like riding a moped, you know. It's kind of a motorcycle, but is it really a motorcycle? You've got a compressor engine on it. I'm probably going to get a lot. There are some awesome Harleys out there. I wouldn't own one, but there are some awesome Harleys. Look, there's Mum chasing after the two kids that are getting away from her. Run, run, Mum. Anyway, I'm going to cut it short here. Because enough of the waffle.